Welcome into the live. Why am I out of breath? Welcome into the live. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your presence. And as always, my prayer and my wish is that by the time you leave this live, you feel more inspired, uplifted, motivated than when you came in. So today, the topic of conversation is look for it. And I want to add to that, put action behind it. So let's talk about it, okay? However, before I do, please say hi as you come in so that I can acknowledge your beautiful, wonderful, appreciated presence and enjoy the conversation. If you are motivated by it, please like the live. That way more people can hear the message. The last thing I ask is if you feel so led, subscribe for free. It is free, as I said, and it helps you to help me to stay connected and bring you more content. So let's get into it. We're talking about, why am I out of breath? We're talking about looking for it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for liking the live. So look for it. Look for opportunities to be blessed and be a blessing. Goat says the amazing toy of blessings. Hey, Goat, welcome in. Thank you for joining today. I appreciate you. So when I say look for it, look for those opportunities that God is sending your way to not only be blessed, but be a blessing too. I know that when you truly, truly get to know God and let Him work His blessings into your life, it's like you can't help but overflow and want to bless and be good to other people. And it starts with you, right? Thank you guys for coming in. Please don't be afraid to say hello so I can acknowledge your wonderful presence. It starts with you. Goat says, most definitely. Share it out. Let's receive these opportunities. Yes, indeed. 100% agree. So, God sends us many blessings, multiple, more than we realize every single day. Thanks for spamming the hearts, you all. And it's like, why would you keep that to yourself? The air that you breathe, the 5 senses, or at least one of them that you have, the fact that you have the gift of today, why are you wasting it? Look for a way to pass it on to bless somebody else. Christina Gold, thank you for joining. I appreciate your presence and hello. So look for those ways that you can bless someone. As I've said in other lives, it doesn't have to cost money. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. It can simply be telling someone you love them. It can simply be encouraging somebody. I always advise to start with knowing what gifts you have. And don't tell me that you don't know you have a gift. Don't tell me the lie that you don't have gifts at all. Because I'll tell you what, you know that gift. You know you have a gift. Because God embedded gifts in each and every one of us. The real question is, are you using that gift? What are you doing with that gift? And I'm talking to myself too. Because I'll tell you what, outside of encouraging people, I have other gifts. I'm a writer. I'm a content creator. I'm a video editor, which, by the way, if you need content edited, reach out to me. I have an email, latoyaedits@gmail.com. Just saying. LATOYAETITS@gmail.com. Just saying. Promotion. Anyway, the point is you have a gift. And it can be used for your benefit, yes. But don't forget, do not forget to use it to bless those around you. We need your gift and only the way that you can give it. Ruby, hello, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate your presence today. I love the rubies with the multiple Y's. That's cool. So yes, whatever gift you have, whether it's content creation, encouragement, teaching, healing, whatever it is, you know what it is, because it's that one thing or multiple things, because a lot of us have multiple gifts. You're welcome, Ruby. Whatever it is, it's that one thing that you know brings you joy. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's that one thing or multiple things that you would do all day, every day. If you could get paid for it, great. But even if you didn't, you'd still do it. So know this, you have a gift. Use it to better yourself and the world around you. Look for the ways to bless other people. Interesting perspective, Buck. Thank you for your opinion. Ruby says you are so cute. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. So yes, you have a gift. Like I have the gift of encouragement. Bandar, hi, welcome in. Figure out, and I can't tell you, figure it out for yourself, what gift you have, what God has blessed you with. Look for ways to use it, not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of those around you. And that's what I'm here for. Like, if I were to just sit in my place of residence and say, I know I could be out there encouraging somebody. I know I could be out there spreading love, but I'm just not going to do it. How selfish of me. What I'm saying to you is this. You're gifted. You're unique. You're loved. Spread those gifts with somebody else. Encourage and bless somebody else. Truth Teller says, can you give a shout out to my brother who is battling, it went away. Who is battling, her name is, no, I'm not going to do that. Don't try to spread negativity like that. I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not going to do it. But thank you, Truth. I see the trick in words that you're trying to use, and you're not going to trip me up. Anyway, as I was saying, use the gifts that you have. Love people. Treat people kindly. Thanks, Goat. Appreciate you. Bandar says, key by Magic Mind is 1% mindset. If you mean that the key to having a positive life is your mindset, I absolutely agree. I've talked about in previous lives how the way you focus, your perspective changes everything. It allows you to live a life of positivity or negativity. And the choice is up to us, right? Because we have control of taking captive of our thoughts and then acting on it. Ruby says, my name is Ruben. This is my sister's phone. Okay, awesome. Welcome in, Ruben. Thank you again. High-ing the mindset. Not sure what you mean, Bandar. But yeah, use your gifts, guys. Look for it. Look for ways to bless other people. Look for ways to stay positive and uplifted, like watching this video. Which, by the way, if you are enjoying this video, please like it so more people can get the message. And the next thing, also subscribe for free. That way you'll always stay connected each and every time a new video goes up from me. So, ways that you can find out how to use your gifts. Research. Ruben says, I live in Nepal. Awesome, awesome. Welcome in from Nepal. Research. Build up your skills. You know, when I started my content creation journey back in 2020, wow, it's been 7 years. Um, I didn't know what I was doing at first, but I researched. Before I filmed a single thing on here, I read a book about how to do YouTube, right? And so I educated myself. I encourage you as much as possible to educate yourself. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Because when you have that education, and I'm not just talking about in school, I'm talking about whatever you want to do. Educate yourself. Bandar says, copy the wealthy mindset. Yeah. When you think to yourself that I have all I need within here, the greatest being of all time lives within me. So how can you be anything less than great? How can you not go after what you know you're deserving of? Look for what you need to get it started. Know that you already have it inside of you. Bandar says, do you understand me? Copy it. Yes, I think what you're saying is to have a wealth mindset. And I say this all the time, and it's from scripture. The power of life and death lies within your tongue. Whatever you think, whatever you speak is what is. So if you constantly speak negativity, negativity will come your way. Yes, you are right. Thank you, Bandar. I'm glad I understood. But if you start speaking positive things, if you say out loud, I'm rich, I have wealth, you will start to see those opportunities open up for you. You will start to see them coming your way. Thank you for spamming the hearts, guys. Appreciate you. Ruben says, you are so hard work, your child. You see, you have to change your mindset. And once you change your mindset, you change your life. And I want to say this too. Don't think for a second that because you are thinking positive thoughts that negative thoughts won't come. They will come. But the point is this. You have the power to change that. Just because a negative thought tried to creep into your mind doesn't mean you have to believe it, doesn't mean you have to stick by it, doesn't mean you have to act on it. Capture that thought for what it is. Give it to God and say, what am I supposed to do with this? And then change it into what God says about you. Bandar said, greats from Saudi Arabia, I don't know how to pronounce it, Mr. Bandar. Welcome in from Saudi Arabia. I'm glad to have you here. If that's what you're saying, where you're from, I appreciate it. And I think it's just so beautiful that people can come in from all over the world, no matter where you are, and get connected. Thank you guys for the hearts. And be inspired and know how to look for and bless other people, including themselves too. Because I'll tell you what, the world is a trippy place. It's full of darkness, but it's also full of light. I encourage you to find that light within yourself, that unique gift that you have, and be of a light to somebody else. Goat says, like the live and be encouraged, people. Yes, indeed. Please do. Please do. And stick around. Stay connected by subscribing, please. Life can be so exciting if you learn to look for the wonderful blessings that are right in front of you. Us connecting right now is a blessing, not just for me, but for you. Ruben says, you are Black, beautiful. I love it. Oh, thank you. Yes, indeed, I am. I appreciate that. What I've learned is that no matter what color you are, right? And in all honesty, yes, us as me as a Black woman I have been through a lot. But that's not to say that other people of other races haven't been through a lot. And I've learned to appreciate God's creation. Whether we agree with each other or not, whether we're at different parts of the world, even whether we believe in the same God or someone has a different belief. In my eyes, you are still God's creation. Every person that I come across, Reuben says yes, 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 is a piece of God. And so, how selfish it would be of me to not appreciate that person, good or bad, for just the fact that that person is a human being. Am I saying let people walk all over you? Am I saying let and allow people to do you wrong? Absolutely not. Stand your ground, sweetheart. But what I am saying is respect someone simply for the fact that they're a human being and they're a piece of God's creation. Something else that God put in my mind to say, and this is a tough one. Look for ways to forgive the broken parts within yourself. There are people in your past that have hurt you, and they've hurt you deliberately a lot of the times. And in all honesty, they don't deserve your forgiveness. Miguel says, hey, Toya, how are you doing? I'm doing great, Miguel. Thank you for joining and being here. How are you? Ruben says, nobody known black and white. I love it. I'll get to I'll respond to you in a moment, Ruben. It's like, I forgot my train of thought, so I'll go ahead and respond to you. But the thing is, like, I've heard the phrase before that people say I'm colorblind, like I don't see color, in other words. Like, people love to say that, right? Miguel says, I'm great. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. I'm glad you're great. And thank you so much for being here. Bandar says, hi. Thank you for saying hi. And so when people say I don't see color, like they themselves don't see color, I respect that, but I don't agree. And I'll tell you why. I see color. I see people's different shades. But I don't put them down simply because of that. I respect that you may be a different color than me. I'm not going to judge you simply because you're a different shade or color or race than me. I'm going to examine your character. I'm going to observe your movements and move from there. Is do not call colors white or black. Like I said, I don't care what anyone's color is. I respect it because, again, it's a part of God's creation. You are a part of God's creation, whether you believe that or not. And I just love to see the variety of people in this world. I love to see how different we are, but we're all still the same. Thank you for spamming the hearts, guys. I love to see the gifts that people have and the talents and how they use them to build other people up or even just share something that the world has never seen. It's a really beautiful thing. And I think the more we realize that we have something to offer, the more we look for it and the more we see that no one can do it just like you do it, the more we won't be afraid to use those gifts. Excuse me. Goat says most definitely. Yeah. Someone, excuse me, burping. Someone once put it this way, and I'm not saying it verbatim, I'm just like summarizing. They said something like, do you know where the most unaccomplished dreams are located? In the graveyard, where people are buried. because something or someone, including themselves, stopped them from achieving and doing all they wanted to do because of fear. Can I tell you from God's word that God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind? And I don't want to break it to you this way, but I got to. The only person stopping you from really reaching your God-given dreams and destiny is you. Don't let you be the one that stops you from doing and being everything you ought to be because you're afraid. Fear is a concept of the mind. Let it go. Learn to keep going. Put one foot, one step in front of the other and achieve what you were meant to do. Catching up on the comments. Tranquil says, when people say, I don't see color, I think they try to say that treat the same regardless, but don't understand how it can come across. I think their intentions are pure. God made us all though. I agree. And I can see definitely where you're coming from, for sure. Angelina says, hi, sorry, I'm interrupting. Can you say hi, Lily, for edit? Not quite sure what you mean, Angela. Can you clarify, please? Ruben says, I'm so poor and my father so rich. I'm 10, he go, white girl, I'm crying. Well, Ruben, I want to encourage you that anything can change at any time. And God is no respecter of persons, meaning that he can change things for you very quickly. And don't give up. Keep the faith. Keep moving in the right direction. And God loves you, and he's on your side. Bandar says, the money books have powers. I read 23 money books. Interesting. And I like to read. I feel like reading educates us. I feel like reading helps us. I feel like reading gives us a different perspective and opens our minds to things that we never would have noticed before. So I encourage, if you can, anyone to read, educate yourself. And again, that's not just in school, but just in life. Whatever you want to improve in, the answers are right before you. You just got to apply yourself and reach for the stars. And just keep going, keep going. Don't stop. That's what causes people outside of fears just stop. If you keep stopping and not continuing to pursue what you know you were meant to do, that God-given gift, then you won't get there, and you will pass on with those gifts and they'll go with you. They would not have been passed on and blessed other people because you were afraid to do so. Get out of that fearful mindset, because God didn't give that to you. And I feel like it's a trick of the enemy. He wants you to be afraid because he knows your potential. And he knows that you have something great within you. Don't fall into that trick, my friend. Bandar says, I'm playing get good. Tranquil says, if you ask what do you want me to do, or can you show me what you want me to do, Abba instead of God, why aren't you answering my prayers? Why haven't you given me my dream job, yet nothing will change? I agree. I feel like when I pray nowadays, I'm very specific. And I feel like you have to be. You have to be very, very, very specific. Ruben says you're petty. I think you mean pretty? I'm not sure. Like if I say I want $1 million, right? And I'm not saying how I want it, what I want to do to get it, those things, then God will say, I can give you $1 million, but are you going to work for it? What do you want it for? How are you going to use it? Like, God can ask you these things. You have to know what you want. And it's not that God doesn't want to give good things to you, He does. But number one, He wants to know if you're trusting Him with it. Number two, are you giving Him honor with it? Number three, how are you going to use it? You got to be specific. Let's see. Gets his high school. Did you mean petty or pretty? Oh, Ruben meant pretty. Yes. If you can't handle it, you won't receive it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ruben says hard work making to money. You have to work hard to get what you want. Goat says that part. I can almost guarantee you 9 times out of 10 you won't get what you want by just doing nothing. It won't fall in your lap. You gotta work for it. Very cool, Praley. Good for you. So yeah, keep working for what you want. Keep putting one step in front of the other. Don't be afraid to let God use you. Don't be afraid to share your gifts. Always, always, always keep moving. And when people try to stop you, acknowledge it, but move on. So look for ways to be blessed and to be a blessing to other people. Yeah. That was the message. And for now, I'm just going to open the floor to chatting about, respectfully, of course, whatever you guys want to talk about. But I just wanted to, for those of you who are just joining, encourage you to keep looking for ways to not just be blessed, but share that blessing that you have with others. You will find that when you're brave enough to be a love and a light to other people, that it blesses you in return. And when you do things out of a genuine kindness and heart, God sees that. He sees and He knows your intentions behind what you're doing. And the beautiful thing is, when you are blessed with the gift of discernment, God shows you too how people are moving. And then it's up to you to follow through with what He's telling you and providing caution with. Tranquil says, don't be afraid to trust either. When you see no results, don't think you are forgotten. God's always working for your benefit. You just don't see it yet. Absolutely. And to go on your point, Tranquil, there was a time recently where I realized that after the fact that God had already answered my prayers. I can't remember what it was. I remember another time though. One time I was sick. I was coughing up a storm, feeling miserable. Goat says Tranquil. Facts. Yes, yes, yes. I was sick, coughing up a storm, runny nose, all the things, right? And I prayed to God. I said, God, please heal me from this cold, cough, flu, whatever it was. And, I would take my medicine and I would get my rest and all the things. I was doing everything to get healed. And it wasn't until a few days later where I'd realize, oh, I'm not coughing anymore. I was like, when did this even happen? I didn't even realize that He'd already healed me. And I know it sounds weird, but it's true. It's like, wow, A lot of times it's after the fact when you're like, oh, God already worked it out. Tranquil says, yeah, God's timing is flawless. Big facts. Absolutely. And I was talking with a person earlier. That person knows who he is. And we were talking about how, God aligns things so particularly, so intensely, that you look back on it and you're like, wow, God was in this the whole time. Have you guys ever had a moment like that where you're like, There's no way that all of this is a coincidence. There's no way. It's too incredible to be considered a coincidence. Like, the way it's all aligning, the way the dots are all being connected, the way that you run into people, even like how you would run into somebody you haven't seen in years and you were just thinking about them, or they call you and you were like, I was just thinking, like, that can't just be a coincidence. I am convinced that there's no such thing as a coincidence anymore. Because, like, how? You know what I'm saying? Tranquil says, no, I know what you mean. I have disabilities and in constant pain, but God's always is with me. He is. He is. And Tranquil says, God is always with me. I meant to say, oh, I got you. No problem. It's like God gives us different challenges. Sometimes they're physical, sometimes emotional, mental, whatever the challenge may be. And sometimes it's all of the above, right? But I think that the reason we have the challenges that we do, excuse me, came out of nowhere. The reason we have the challenges that we do are to help us realize that we're stronger than we think. And to inspire other people, like I said, look for it. Because I'll be honest, some people who have things that I feel are harder than what I have going on, I'm like, they're inspiring me. Like, you're inspiring me, because if you can make it, if you can still put one step in front of the other after all you've been through, then I'm looking at you and I'm like, I can do it too. I can do this in my way because you did it in the way that God helped you to do. And you are being an inspiration. Do you know, let me tell you this. Do you know that you are an inspiration just by being who you are, just by sharing your story? You don't have to put on a fake, phony, nothing like that. Just by sharing what you've been through and what you lived through, you are inspiring someone else to keep going. You may not know it. You may not hear about it. They may never directly tell you, but trust me when I say someone is watching you. Someone is being inspired. Someone is needing your story and your reality. They're looking for you. Hear what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie. It does wear me down. Emotionally at times, Tranquil says. Then I will go to sleep and wake up with a warm, fuzzy feeling and the most calming peace. I love him so much, I can't even describe it. Tranquil says, wear me down. Sorry, I got you. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, even when trolls come in here, right? Like, I see it, I acknowledge it, but it doesn't affect me like it probably would have years ago. Because when that peace, when God sends you that peace, it's undescribable. Or is it indescribable? One or the other. You know the word. It's something the world can't take from you because they don't give it to you. It's joyous. It's, like I said, I can't even put it into words. And like you said, Tranquil, through the pains, the physical ailments, and the things that we face mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever it is, it can't even compare to the joy that's coming, that's here, the peace you'll feel when you walk with God. I'm telling you, if you guys do not know God, this is not for me to just be like preachy. This is me telling you it as a fact. He won't only change your life, He will work on you from the inside out. He will provide for you. He will make ways that you didn't see coming. I'm telling you this as a fact. And I encourage you 1,000,000% to give Him a chance, because I guarantee you, I don't just promise you, I guarantee He will change your life. He will change your life. The peace I feel, I wasn't always at this place, but I've grown and I've learned and I've prospered simply because I decided to surrender. I decided to realize that I can't do it by myself. Yes, there are people around that can help us. Yes, there are people around that love you, whether near or far. Bandar says you're right, 100%. Yes. But at the end of the day, when you're alone, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know which direction to take, who's going to be there for you? When no one can hear your racing thoughts, when no one can feel your physical or whatever pain you have, who's going to help you out but God? Bandar says, last year I had one job. I have one job. I hear you. And so what I want to encourage you with is this. Remember God when you are at your lowest. Remember God when you're in your middle ground. Remember God at your highest place. There's no one who's going to love you like God. There's no one who's going to provide for you like God. There's no one who's going to show you how beautiful you are like God. Bandar said, this year I have 3 jobs, 2 businesses. That's excellent. Congratulations. I love that for you. When you trust in God, He makes a way, period. That's not just some beautiful words. They are beautiful words, but they're facts. And I can tell you that from experience. Life will have its painful times. It's not ever going to be, or I should say, it's not always going to be easy. But it's possible and it's beautiful with God. Bandar says up to $9 million. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, the one thing I want you to gather out of this live today is to look for the blessings. Well, 2 things. Look for the blessings and look for a way to be a blessing. You have so much more than you think. Someone out there is praying for your worst day. Be grateful. Love God, love yourself, and love other people like you love yourself. As I said in my short today, be grateful for this gift called today. It's a gift called the present. And appreciate it for what it is, because it will never come again. This day will never come again. So, love it and appreciate it. Live it. And pass that blessing on to someone else. Encourage someone else. Bandar says, what get high school? This is not as long as some of my lives have been recently. But before I go, I want to cover you. I want to encourage you again. And I want to pray over you that I pray God blesses you with something you didn't see coming. I pray that God doesn't only give you the desires of your heart, but that He exceeds the desires of your heart. I pray that one day you know just how loved you are and that you're made in the image of God, so you already have greatness inside of you. And I pray you use that to bless yourself, because you're worthy of being blessed, because God says you are. And then you use it to bless other people too. And I thank you for being on this live today. And please give God a chance. In Jesus' name, amen. Bandar says, this mean I can do it? Yeah, you can. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Tranquil says, God bless all of you. He loves us all so much. You don't even realize how much. Yeah. I think about how like, can you imagine, and go with me on this, can you imagine having all the power? Like, God has all the power, right? He's the King of Kings. He's the source of all income and currency in the world. He has the power literally in his hands. Yet, he looked at us and said, they need me. I'm going to humble myself, God said, to come as a human, to sacrifice my own self to help them get back to me, because they're lost, because they need me. And even though I knew they would betray me, God said, I knew they would mess up, I had a plan for them. And I love them enough to leave my throne of worship and grace to help them. And it wasn't easy. The death that Jesus died was the most excruciating, like pain beyond anything you can imagine. But he did it for you so that you can see the beauty and the power and spend eternity with him. Eternity is a long time. It has no end. And the fact that he would do that for you, you don't even realize, you can't comprehend, and I can't either, how much love that he has for you. And because he loves you that much, I encourage you, I really pray that you give him a chance if you haven't already. Yeah, give God a chance. I promise you, you won't regret it. I promise you, he'll change your life. I guarantee it. And that's speaking from love, and that's speaking from experience. But I appreciate you for being here today. If you're not subscribed, please do. It's free, and it will help you to stay connected. And if you turn on the bell for all notifications, you'll know each and every time a video goes up from me. Okay? Bandar says this is my first level. Okay, awesome. Tranquil says, okay, I'm going to say goodnight, sister. Take care. And God always be with you and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Tranquil. Take care as well. And I'm out as well. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Stick with God and watch him do amazing things in your life. Take care.